Hello, my viewers and followers. Today we will continue with shadow studies, and hopefully, with the blessings of Allah, we will incorporate and assimilate these deep truths into our lives. In fact, if you look at our lives, all negative events are blessings in disguise. Many of us choose to believe that bad things occur without any cause. However, suffering serves a definite purpose. It provides crucial lessons and aids in our spiritual growth to reach elevated levels of consciousness. The verse suggests that within what one perceives as negative circumstances, there is hidden positivity that remains elusive. There is an old teaching that the world is a teacher for the wise and an enemy for the foolish. It is crucial to understand that no event is inherently painful, and that everything that transpires in our world occurs according to its natural course. The concept of a mistake does not exist, nor do accidents or coincidences. Once we recognize that one cannot exist without the other, it becomes simpler to accept the world as it is. Bediüzzaman instructs us to recite the dhikr Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel for 500 times each day. By doing so, we can cultivate an unwavering surrender of our hearts, demonstrate complete reliance on Allah, and allow our faith to take root firmly within us. Also, we should recite the phrase Hasbi Allahu la ilaha illahu alayhi tawakkaltu lahu rabbil arshil azim. Discover a blessing, something positive in all the events of your life. This will lead you to a sense of gratitude. You will then realize how much more enriched and blessed your life is. According to the Prophet, all the difficulties we face in life are a form of atonement for our sins. Furthermore, they help us improve academically and provide valuable lessons. Therefore, tribulations come to us as opportunities to gain wisdom. Ken Wilber, in his book Meeting the Shadow, makes a great distinction and says that projection at the ego level is very easily identifiable. If a person or thing in the environment is only informing us and not affecting us, we are probably not projecting. On the other hand, if this information affects us, we are most likely victims of our own projections. Yes, it is crucial to understand that projection at the ego level can be readily recognized. When we receive information from either a person or something in the environment, it is unlikely that we are engaging in projection. However, when we are affected by a person or something in our environment, it is highly probable that we are experiencing the consequences of our own projected emotions. If you really understand this, you will never see the world the same again. Consider this analogy. Imagine a passerby spitting on the sidewalk and you happen to witness it. However, if you manage to control your reaction and not overreact, then it's likely not something that you need to address or work on. If you start to feel uneasy and experience a strong negative reaction with intensifying sensation within you, it is perplexing how any individual can exhibit such vulgarity and disgusting behavior. If you find yourself thinking in this manner, then you may be projecting. In that case, you might now be engaging in behavior deemed distasteful. Perhaps you have also been involved in revolting actions previously. Regardless of the cause, it seems that repulsive behavior is unsuitable for you. Therefore, you are also impacted by the conduct of the individual who spits. All this may have started when you were young. Maybe you spat then, and someone said to you that this is disgusting behavior. Maybe someone in your family spat and others reacted negatively to it. Whatever it was, you decided that you would never do such a thing again, and you imprinted this prescription deep in your consciousness. If the individual who spat at you has stirred up some strong emotions, it's likely that your instincts and intuition are being signaled. These internal alerts can serve as valuable insights to help you tap into your more sinister side. Keeping this in mind, You can see anything that affects you emotionally as a catalyst for evolution that gives you the opportunity to rediscover hidden aspects of yourselves. Many of you may find it absurd, fearing the revelation of a distasteful truth about yourselves, that you may be obnoxious or arrogant. However, keep in mind that within each of these qualities lies a hidden gift. Yet to receive this gift, you must first acknowledge and embrace these qualities. There is an old Sufi story about a philosopher who made an appointment to have a discussion with Nasreddin Hoja, a Sufi wisdom teacher. When this philosopher arrives at the appointment time, he sees that Nasreddin Hoja is not at home. The philosopher, who is very angry at this situation, takes a piece of chalk and writes on the door of the teacher, "You idiot." When Nasreddin Hoja comes home and sees this writing, he immediately goes to the philosopher's house. He says, "I forgot you were coming to see me. I am sorry that I missed our appointment. But as soon as I saw your name on my door, I remembered our appointment." Yes, it is a common experience that we often project our own perceived flaws onto other people. Instead of addressing our own issues, we tend to express them through our interactions with others. In reality, when we pass judgment on someone else, we are ultimately passing judgment on ourselves. If you constantly burden yourself with negative thoughts and self-criticism, it will manifest in how you treat and relate to those around you. This can lead to being verbally, emotionally, and even physically abusive towards others or towards yourself, by causing damage in various aspects of your life. You do nothing by chance, you say nothing by chance. There is no room for coincidence in the life you create. In this holographic universe, everyone is you, and you are always talking to yourself. Before you call someone a name when they make a mistake, think about whether you would call yourself that name in the same situation. If you are truthful, the response remains consistent. Yes always truly means yes. The world serves as an immense-looking mirror, reflecting your attributes back to you, just like when you yell loudly at a wall and it resounds back. Each and every characteristic has purpose. Additionally, all attributes possess their own perfection. Our shadow is often so well hidden from us, it's almost impossible to find it. If it were not for the phenomenon of projection, this shadow could be hidden from us for a lifetime. I have done shadow work with thousands of people so far. Everyone's sensitive areas were different. When one of my clients said that she hated stingy people and stinginess, she remembered that she herself was stingy, or had tendencies to be stingy, and that she would have made the decision that she would never be stingy once she had experienced it and realized its wrongness. Upon analyzing this individual, it became apparent that she harbored resentment towards her father due to his excessive frugality. Her entire life, she made lots of efforts to conceal her underlying frugality by purchasing extravagant gifts for each member of her family. Whenever she dined with friends, she graciously insisted upon paying for everyone, ultimately leading them to remark on her generosity. Her relentless determination to prove herself as magnanimous prevented her from acknowledging her true nature as being inherently miserly. A few days passed, and she found herself in a supermarket, willingly paying a retail price for an outfit without feeling any regret. She then realized that she had dedicated a whole hour scavenging for household essentials, deliberately opting for low-cost and generic items in an attempt to save a handful of pennies. She confessed to having a stingy side. It caused her great pain, and she wept profusely. She had spent years attempting not to emulate her father. However, the inclination towards stinginess within her became as evident as daylight. When we consider the benefits of frugality, it's that same thrifty aspect that encouraged her to plan for her future and save for retirement. Up until that point, she had never bothered to save money herself due to her desire to distance herself from her father's behavior. However, she became more accepting of him, which significantly improved their relationship. Previously, the mere thought of his father caused her great discomfort. Another one of my clients recently expressed her strong dislike for liars and lying. Likewise, she came to the realization that she had been dishonest on numerous occasions, resorting to lies of various shades such as pink and blue. Among the areas where she succumbed to falsehoods were her tax payments to the government, where she attempted to justify her actions by claiming that everyone engages in such behavior. However, when the truth dawned upon her and she acknowledged her own dishonesty, she was overcome with shame, as evidenced by her blushing, red-faced appearance. It was as if her entire defense mechanisms had crumbled, leaving her utterly taken aback. When he reflected on her childhood, if the phone rang, as a child, out of curiosity, she would immediately pick up the phone and say hello. The voice on the other end would give his name, and when he asked for her father on the phone, her father would point at her and make her say that he is not available. Her mother dismissed the doorstep hawkers by claiming they already had the item at home. When she interjected, "Mom, we don't have that thing in our house," she quickly retorted, "Be quiet, you know too much," in an effort to silence her. She recalled her mother instructing her to remain silent about an incident and to keep it from her father. Similarly, she remembered telling her father not to inform her mother if anything happened to him. With his childlike perspective and these careful observations, he came to the conclusion that if his parents were capable of lying, then he too had the capability to be deceitful. The main point is that acting in opposition to one's parents often serves as a masked cover-up for something deeper. Despite his strong awareness that lying is morally wrong, he discovered that his exposure to constant falsehoods from his role models subconsciously implanted these untruths in his memory. As a result, he unintentionally found himself lying in various situations. However, it's important to note that he openly despises lies and the individuals who propagate them. He mentioned that the gift in his embarrassment was the realization of truth and honesty's value, leading him to fully embrace these virtues. Yes, my dear audience, it is crucial that you have a clear understanding of this subject. To fully comprehend the relationships between the videos, please watch them in sequential order and thoroughly absorb the information. Once you have internalized these concepts, you will notice profound changes within yourself. I will resume with further discussions in the future. Take care and thank you. Have a wonderful day ahead.